Let's go to our first Outstanding Teacher and Mentor Award recipient, Jeff Condon.
Jeff Condon, a 1993 graduate of Adrian High School, was first hired by APS as a teacher's aide at Alexander in 1995. He was placed as a long-term substitute at Lincoln Elementary in 97 and then hired in 98 as a permanent teacher in the multi-grade classroom at Alexander. A number of Jeff's former students, along with their parents, have nominated Jeff for this recognition. One student stated, "Mr. Condon was a patient mentor who could assess my needs as a growing child and lead me through my own shortcomings and questions." Another student mentioned, "As a student, I remember being educationally nurtured in a safe, welcoming environment." And the accolades for Jeff continued from students and parents alike, mentioning things like clear communications, personalized education based on skill level for every student to succeed, positive relationships with students, parents, and staff, dedication, and compassion. A peer of Jeff's said, "He educates with rigor, nurtures young people, and holds himself to high professional standards." Jeff offers a structured environment and balanced curriculum that allows children of all abilities to blossom and thrive. One parent said her favorite part of having Mr. Condon for her son's teacher is his commitment to open communication with parents. He takes the extra time to send a note or email, sometimes even a text, with a picture of something special the child has done that day. It warms a mother's heart to receive these little notes during the day. He demonstrates interest in students' lives inside and outside of the classroom, making it clear that the whole person is important. He supports and encourages student careers by attending their functions and cheering them on. When an Alexander family suffered the loss of a child, he proposed a memorial garden that the students designed and planted.
It's for Eslin, a friend of ours who his sister died, and so we made that garden for her.
Through this special place, Mr. Condon continues to teach the students about the importance of remembering loved ones and provides a place for all students to reflect on those they may have lost and to show compassion for others who may have suffered a loss. Jeff also teaches children to invest not only in themselves, but also in their community through community service projects, like the annual canned food drive for the St. Mary's Food Pantry. A fun project for the students is writing a letter to themselves that they will receive when they graduate from high school. The first group of graduates received theirs a few years ago, and they really enjoyed reading them.
He's really funny in lots of ways, and he's a really nice teacher, too.
I think Mr. Condon's the best teacher because he helps us out when he challenges us so that we are not getting mad.
I think he's the best teacher because he challenges us a lot. He gives us a really good start to the day. He lets us talk a little bit before we do our work, but after he does something to get our attention, we have to learn a lot.
One former student summed up her memories this way: "Mr. Condon is a nice, awesome, and thoughtful teacher who taught me so many things. He makes learning so much fun and makes kids want to come to school. He enjoys teaching and caring for kids." Jeff has a bachelor's degree from Siena Heights University in Child Development and a master's degree with concentration in elementary education, reading K through 12. This year, Jeff moved to a new teaching assignment as a reading specialist at Alexander. Jeff is married to Dr. Kara Condon, and they have 2 children, Tyler and Ashley, who are first and third graders at Alexander.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, Jeff, on being selected one of Adrian Public Schools' Outstanding Teachers and Mentors. Please come forward and accept your award.
Thank you. That was very emotional to watch. You really can't see anyone out there. I've never been up on stage. That's different. I want to start by thanking a number of people. The Adrian Schools Educational, we were talking beforehand, we had to say Educational Foundation, and the Keeley family for starting this award. Truly is a great honor to be recognized by parents and students. So thank you. Also, thank you to all of my students, my family, or my school family, I should say. And that's something that I really try to nurture in the students, that while we're at school, they are my family. And that's something that I hope, it's a lesson I hope that they take with them into their lives. Finally, I'd like to thank my family, my immediate family, my wife Kara, my kids Tyler and Ashley. They give me permission, I guess is a good way to say it, to put the time and effort into the job that I think needs to go into it. So thank you guys. As I was thinking about what I was going to say today, colleagues were asking, I really wanted to focus on some of my teachers and some of the lessons that they gave me that I try to incorporate into my classroom every day. So bear with me, I just want to share with about 4 or 5 of them. My first real school memory was Montessori, Sister Antonita and Sister Leonora. And they were 2 wonderful teachers. And to me, the big lesson that they taught me is that every kid was different. Every kid had their own strengths, and it was our job, it was their job to identify the strengths of each of us. And that's something that I try to do each and every day with my students. So thank you, Sister Leonora and Sister Antonita. Next was Mrs. Path, first grade. And Mrs. Path really taught me the power of that homeschool connection. Now, unfortunately for me, it was a lot of negative coming home. My family still makes fun of me for the frog dance that I swear she asked me to do it. She doesn't remember it that way. But it really showed me the power of having that communication with parents and approaching students and families as a team. Mrs. June was my 5th grade teacher at Garfield, and she really reinforced high expectations. And that's something that I strive for. Every kid has their best. Every kid's different, but every child can be their best in finding the expectations for each of those kids. High school, a couple of people, I was a runner, track and cross country, and I had 2 wonderful coaches, Mr. Lauver and Mr. Waters. And I wasn't the best athlete, but they really instilled in me to, again, be your best, to work hard every day, every practice, and achieve what you can achieve. And then Mrs. Jackson, junior year chemistry. And Mrs. Jackson, actually, she received this award a couple of years ago, and she's actually the reason I became a teacher, because she made learning fun. And that's something, again, that with high expectations, learning can also be fun each and every day. And so for my students, I hope that it is fun in my classroom. And then finally, Mrs. Bleeker. You'll be hearing from her in a little bit. And I was an orchestra kid from 6th through 12th grade, and Mrs. Bleeker really instilled the sense of family. We were a family. The closest friends I had in high school were in orchestra. We were together every day. And I want to thank you, wherever you are out there, Mrs. Bleeker, for that, because again, that's something that I want my students at school, they're my classroom family. And I have to share a really quick story about Mrs. Bleeker. I quit orchestra after my freshman year, and I wanted to take PE, and at that time, you couldn't do both. And Mrs. Bleeker, probably don't remember this, but she showed up at my math class, 2nd or 3rd day of school, and gave me one of these. And I went over, yes, Mrs. Bleeker, don't worry, Jeff, I took care of your schedule. You can be in orchestra first hour tomorrow. Yes, Mrs. Bleeker. So thank you for that, because that is something that, without that, I wouldn't have continued. And it turned out to be one of the best experiences in high school. Professionally, I've been honored to work with so many awesome teachers, and I'm not going to name all of you because there's so many. We were chatting outside beforehand. But we truly have wonderful teachers in Adrian who work so hard for our students every day. Our support staff is amazing throughout the district. And thank you to all of you, because as a team, we achieve such great things for our students. Thank you. Lastly, my students. That's why we're here. And that's to watch the congratulations at the end from my students. That's an amazing feeling and such an honor. So for all my students, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for this award.